coverage, what they were able to do. During the during the Halloween weekend, which started on Friday, October 28th, and ending on Monday, October 31st, 8th District officers made a total of 39 gun arrests. In that 4-day period, 33 of those arrests were from the Bourbon Promenade Unit, and 6 by the 8th District platoon officers. The guns on that table not only represent someone who was arrested for illegally carrying a firearm, but that arrest possibly prevented a potential shooting, a potential homicide, as well as being a safety concern to our residents and to our visitors in the French Quarter. I said before that they've been doing this all year long. So these 37 guns that you see here with 39 gun arrests also is indicative of the things they've been doing all year. 333 gun arrests made by the 8th District this year. 254 of those arrests came from Bourbon Street. 55 felons were arrested on Bourbon Street for illegally carrying a firearm. With that said, I just want to say that the efforts of these officers show they are committed, dedicated, and prove they are willing to put themselves in harm's way in order to keep our community safe and protect our citizens. With that said, I'll open it up to any questions that you may have.
We'll start on my left, John 6.
Could you describe some of those efforts of what they've been doing to confiscate these weapons in terms of patrolling?
We have our Bourbon Promenade unit that is assigned Bourbon Street. What we did earlier in the year is change some of the officers who were not proactive or producing as well, and this is a direct result of the change in supervision by a lieutenant that we've put in place that's very proactive, sergeants who are proactive, and have been teaching these officers what to look for and characteristics of people who are carrying firearms. And as you can see, as I said, those numbers, those are results of that, those numbers ever since April.
Fox 8.
Commander, has the new deployment plan played into this at all? And also, if you could talk about, with all these guns being on, because they were on Bourbon Street, right? You guys have you guys seen a lot of violence on Bourbon Street? I know that there was a shooting just in the last 24 hours on Bourbon.
That shooting was reported to be on Canal and Bourbon, but we're not sure of that. Video is not showing that right now for us, but we're still investigating that. However, the efforts on Bourbon have been quite significant. In particular, we've had 2 non-fatal shootings this year as opposed to 10 last year at this time. So we can see that our efforts and their efforts are starting to pay dividends for us.
4.
I have a few questions. So is it 37 or 39?
So there's 39 gun arrests associated with these 37 weapons. 2 of those weapons were found in a hotel with 4 juveniles in them, and that was a couple of weeks ago. And that's the reason that you see that.
And you touched on it a little bit, but how are you identifying these people as persons of interest that might have a gun on them?
Again, like I said, our officers' training and what they're looking for in those characteristics that people are carrying weapons, and I won't divulge that right now, but it's nothing other than good police work and observation.
And is there a more specific block of Bourbon Street that these are all being found on, or is it just kind of up and down?
What we found is that 300, 400, and 500 block were prevalent in these arrests, and they continue to be so even today. So our message is that our officers are out there, and you think you're safe by concealing it, but they'll find it.
Natasha.
You mentioned juveniles. If you could talk about that, 'cause it's interesting. And then also, how many of these guns were found on juveniles? Are you guys having a problem with juveniles, not only just being on Bourbon Street, probably after hours or whatever, but also carrying guns?
We do have some juvenile arrests with those. The specific numbers I cannot tell you right now. I don't have it, but I can tell you that our juveniles range from 4 to 15 years, or 2 15-year-olds and up. So, and also I stated that those weapons right there were found in a hotel with juveniles in possession of those weapons. So they're prevalent too, but we're also keeping an eye out for that.
Is this the most amount of guns that you guys have confiscated so far year to date compared to last year, year before?
Yes, these are significant. Keep in mind, we did have a COVID year last year, and some people will say that's the issue. But this is, I've been at the 8th District now for over a year, a little bit close to a year, and I got to say that in any district I've worked, I've not seen this amount of weapons confiscated in such a short period of time. And I've been in very specialized units, so this is very impressive for those officers on that street doing this.
And this wasn't a task force, this was
No.
literally just your officers out there.
These are 8th District Officer Promenade units, and they're doing an excellent job. These are not task force officers.
All right, Captain Gonti, if a person is in the French Quarter area and they suspect that someone has a weapon, what should they do?
They should approach those Bourbon Promenade officers and let them know. They should know. They should let them know, and they'll address it. And they'll just stop that individual and talk to them and see if, and start observing to see if they do have a weapon or maybe something that's showing that they have a weapon on them.
Commander, what about the types of weapons? Are you guys seeing like higher firepower than normal, or, I mean, I don't know what types of guns those are, but is that what you commonly see?
Yes, a lot of these are semi-automatics. We have arrested people with rifles before in their pants, which is a little unusual, but yeah, we have arrested people with rifles in their pants. That's a dead giveaway, obviously, but a lot of these are semi-automatics. One revolver that I see, and of course the Draco-style weapon there. But yes, these are very high-powered weapons.
And that was found in the hotel?
Yes.
Okay.
Has there been an increase in any other types of arrests outside of just firearms since these patrol changes have gone in place?
Well, we did link 2 of these weapons to 2 shootings that we had. One was in the 500 block of Burgundy, and one was in the 6th district in the 800 block of Adele. And that person was caught 8 hours. Our 500 Burgundy perp was caught 8 hours after the shooting with that weapon on him, and the one on Adele was caught a few hours later.
Okay,
Are the
last
majority of
question.
these weapons stolen? Or,
Some of them are, but when we are stolen, what we do is we trace it back to any reports that we had of being stolen, and then if they were a car burglary, then we can trace them and book them for that as well.
All right, thank you very much. We appreciate you coming out.